Up front at 9:30 tonight, police say repeated child abuse killed a 3-year-old boy.
Tonight we've learned the 2 people accused of abusing the boy are not charged with murder. Fox 25's Britton Follett explains why. Britton.
Prosecutors filed 2 counts of child abuse and 2 counts of child neglect against Larandon Nicholds' adoptive mother and her boyfriend. Even though it appears the boy may have been neglected to death, in the eyes of the law, that's not murder. When police found Larandon Nicholls' dead body, they say he was covered with raw wounds, burn scars, and a large knot on the back of his head with fluid coming out. The pathologist who examined the 3-year-old's body says none of those injuries caused the boy's death, which is why prosecutors say at this time they cannot charge Larandon's adopted mother, Alibra Nicholls, and her live-in boyfriend, Donald Miller, with murder.
Because it'd be very difficult in a case like this, because under the child abuse murder statutes, you have to be able to prove that they tortured, maimed the child, things of that nature. It sounds like in this case, right now, at least in the initial stages, they can only show that there was serious neglect. Attorney Scott Adams is not representing anyone in the case, but explains the difference between a child abuse charge and child abuse murder. Until they can prove that it was those events that caused the death of the child, then I think that the child abuse is the absolute proper charge.
They would come out and they'd leave, so I guess they left the baby there by itself.
Neighbor Barbara Biggs is one of the witnesses in the case. Earlier this month, she told us neighbors never knew Larandon existed.
No, I never saw the other baby.
At the time of his death, police say Larandon appeared to be malnourished and was extremely small for his age. Prosecutors say even though Larandon may have been neglected to death, to file murder charges, they would have to prove intent.
You've got to prove intent on a murder one, and you would literally have to prove that they neglected this child intentionally so that the child would die, which would be very difficult to do.
Prosecutors say once the medical examiner's office determines exactly what caused the boy's death, if they can prove intent or one of the injuries caused the boy's death, they would consider murder charges. Andrew.
All right, Britton Follett, thank you. Both child abuse and child neglect carries punishments of up to life in prison and are considered 85% crimes.